Hello, my clever Capricorns. How are you? This is your mid-month reading for January. Now, this year what I'm doing is I'll do a general read in the start of the month, at the start of the month. And in the middle of the month, I'm going to do a shadow reading. Now, for those of you who don't know, shadow readings, shadow work, is what we need to do in order to heal our wounds and move forward. The shadow is literally the dark part we carry around behind us. And sometimes it can be a lot bigger and scarier than it actually is if you put a light on it. So it can get pretty heavy sometimes, and the only way to move forward or to move in a different direction is to shine a light on your shadow and heal it and make it smaller than it felt before. And if you shine enough light on it, you amalgamate it with yourself, so it doesn't become separate to you. It becomes part of you. And it's like everything else. You need night and day. You need hot and cold. You can't live without the other. You need rain and sunshine. You can't grow without both sides. So the idea of shadow work is to give yourself a healthy lot of both sides, so that you know that if you're facing and working through your shadow, that there's something good on the other side of that. It's worth going through this to get to its other side. Oh, hello, Barney. Not barking anymore, darling? No? Excellent. He's been rabble-rousing. All right, so speaking of shadow sides, that's his shadow side. Let's move on, shall we? And see what we've got for Capricorn. The Lovers, now that came out for Sagittarius at the bottom of the deck. So let's see what that leads to for us. I said this with Sag. Bear in mind that this is a shadow reading, so it's not usually about other people. It can be about how we deal with other people or how we relate to other people, but shadow work is about ourselves, facing ourselves, how we handle things, how we think about things, and how deep we look in order to live the most authentic life. So in this situation, I see an offering of love to the big scary parts that we've ignored. An offering of light to see it in its authentic self, not as a big scary thing following us in the dark. Turn around and look at it, and look at it with love and compassion and understanding and empathy. And that will light the flame to put some light on it. Yeah. All right, I'm going to lay these out and then we'll come back and have a good look at them. Ace of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Two of Pentacles, the Emperor, Eight of Wands, Five of Swords, lots of fives, Knight of Wands, and 10 of Pentacles to end. Very nice, Capricorn. Very your energy. Right. So, with the fives, You're missing the Five of Wands, so not so much, there's not so much challenge inside. You're still looking outside. The foundation is the Ace of Pentacles. Starting something brand new. New year. How to start, where to start, and how you're going to look at it. Are you going to look at it as too big, or are you going to look at it as something to aspire to? Recently, you have been looking at what you've lost, what you don't have, and you could have been feeling some grief over this. And this is why you need to have a really good look at how you want to look at this. Are you going to look at it the same way that you've been looking at the stuff you've lost and focusing on that, it's too big? Or are you going to look at it as what you've still got and what you've got to gain? Turn around, look at what you've still got. So that's the recent past. The current energy is another ace. So you've got new starts. It's the Ace of Swords. Thinking differently, learning more, communicating differently, and how you're going to do that. You are being given a brand new start. Shiny and new. However, another 5, you're looking at it like you've been left out in the cold. You're not seeing that this is a good new start, an opportunity new start. You are seeing it like it's a forced new start and you have to start all over again and you don't want to. You're putting your head down and butting at this new start like it's unfair. You don't want it. You're not seeing the positive opportunities available to you and that the universe is giving you a gift. You're also not seeing that when you go through a new stage of growth, quite often you lose people because they don't change, they don't grow. And that's not a bad thing, it just is the way it is. So you might feel like you've been left out in the cold, but if you look very closely, you don't belong there anymore. You don't fit there anymore. So use the fresh start to get out of the old habits. I mean, these guys are pissed, they're loud, they're ruining nature, they're trashing things. They're not a good group. They're very low vibration. The obstacle, the blocks you need to overcome, and if you look here, oh my God, I didn't even see it. It's like empty alcohol bottles and spilt rubbish and all of that left over from this. The block is you don't want to move forward. You don't want to leave that behind. But the most healthy thing for you to do is leave your old skin behind, leave the old masks behind, leave the old habits behind, and move forward in your raw self, your real core, the thing that everything else is built on. Move away from this bullshit. Move forward. And leave the old skin behind. A snake that cannot shed its skin will die. Remember that. You're a bit unsure of how to handle it. How do I juggle this great new start with the stuff I still like? The stuff that serves me well. The stuff I've learned from that experience that has healed me and helped me. How do I juggle those two? Simple. You just balance them. You don't have to take one or the other. You can just carry both. And because, see, you're standing on the foundation of what you've learnt. All the things that have kept you moving forward. And then you get this new thing. Now, you get the opportunity to wobble and fall off. Or you can put it down on the ground beside the old stuff and create a wagon from it, or a bike, to move forward in a more balanced way. Coming up is the Emperor. Now, the Emperor talks about mainly control and being the boss and overseeing his domain. But if you look at this, he's got his head down and he's looking at his feet. So you might come to a situation where you don't feel like you're in control. You don't feel like you know what to do. You know where to go. It's all, the Emperor's supposed to have it all together, and all of a sudden you don't. So you might face that. What you're not seeing is the opportunity to move forward a lot faster than a lot of other people, or a lot faster than you think, in a lot easier way than you think. You can move faster than you realise, but you're not seeing how to do it. The last 5 is the opportunity for you. And this is a lot of shadow work. 5s are challenges. And the challenge here and the opportunity is to overcome the need to succeed at all costs, to win at all costs, which is a very Emperor energy. To have the most from what you do and not have to share it. It's like, I've had to climb this far to get where I am. You have to do the same thing. If I had to do this the hard way, so do you. That needs to be overcome. That's the opportunity for this shadow work. Your hopes and fears are that you will move quickly, that you will find this exciting, because you're not used to moving quickly. You're an earth sign, and you're used to moving methodically and with a plan and with a step-by-step guide, knowing which step you're going to make next. So the thought of moving really quickly is really not comfortable for you, or not routine, and not something you're aware of or comfortable with or used to doing. So it's very scary. The hope is that you can, because you want to get through this fast. You don't like stuffing around with painful hearts. You like to go up the hill in a very clear, easiest, most straightforward way. None of this meandering around and around and around the hill. You like to go in a clear path, knowing where you're going. And you hope with this time, because it's such a big freaking mountain, You'd like to be able to move a lot faster, a lot easier than usual. You'd like to be able to take bigger steps. If you look at his legs, he's got horse's hoofs. So longer legs, bigger steps, faster steps. The outcome is the Ten of Pentacles. So you've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. You've got the chance to move all the way through, which is kind of what you want. And you like to know the steps. So let's run through the steps. This month, change how you look at things. Make that your focus. See things differently. Open your mind. Learn new things. Learn different ways of communicating. Learn different ways of thinking. Learn different ways of interpreting things. And use that to create a brand new foundation that you want to be. Who do I want to be? And I get the chance to do that. So that's step number one, because that way you'll overcome the fives. How you see this. I've been left out in the cold. I've been left behind. No, you haven't. You've been given a gift so that what you need, the Two of Cups, is available for you to move forward, and you leave what you don't behind. This is an opportunity. You don't have to fall off balance. You can just work the two together. What you bring forward, which is healthy, the new stuff you're learning, doesn't have to put you off balance. You can work it together and move forward much more smoothly. Don't be afraid. This is number, whatever it is, 3. Don't be afraid to let go of some of the control you felt. You don't have to be all-powerful and knowing. Realise that you can move forward a lot faster than you thought, and put that into practice by learning from others and not having to do it all the hard way, and then sharing what you've learnt with other people so that they see where you're going and where you've been, and it inspires them to do the same. Don't be afraid of stepping outside your comfort zone and trying things a different way. You might just realise that there are simpler and easier ways that are more fun, and inspire you with more passion and more go if you give them a chance. And keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize. This is the direction you're going. How you get there might be different than you're used to, but you're still going where you want to go with your heart's desire as your focus. So keep your eye on the prize. There are the steps, my lovelies. Now, we'll just finish off with this. One more for Pentacles for January, please. Good luck. Now, this came out for Sag as well. So you started and ended the same thing. You started with the same card and you ended with exactly the same card. And the cat is in here as well. This is what you're not seeing. That you can move a lot faster than you thought. And your intuition is a guide to that. This is the call for you to trust your ability to go in a direction that you didn't know you could go. You're not sticking to the ground. You can fly a lot higher than you thought you could. And your intuition will help you with that. And it will bring you all the luck you want. Okay? You've got luck behind you in moving forward. So, keep your eye on the prize. And I'll talk to you soon. Much love. Mwah. Bye.